Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. Today I'm now going to be talking about the Nashville weekend for Trucks, Xfinity, and the Cup Series. But before we get into that, let's first talk about next week's scheduled race, which is at the Chicago Street Race. Oh yeah, it's back for Cup and the Xfinity Series. Saturday, July 6th at 10 a.m. and 11 a.m. will be practice and qualifying. Both of them will be on USA and streaming on NBC Sports for the Xfinity Series. At 12:30 p.m. and 1:30 p.m. will be the Cup Series practice and qualifying. Both of them will be on USA, streaming on NBC Sports, MRN, and SiriusXM. At 3:30 p.m. will be the Xfinity Series race for the running of the Loop 110. I know, very creative. Followed by which will be on NBC, streaming on NBC Sports, MRN, and SiriusXM. Then finally, Sunday, July 7th at 4:30 p.m. will be the Cup Series race for the running of the Grant Park 165. That'll be on NBC, streaming on NBC Sports, MRN, and SiriusXM. Expect a starting grid video from me for this race. But let's now have a look now at the Truck Series results at Nashville. And the winner of the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series at Nashville is Christian Eckes, followed by Daniel Dye, Corey Heim, Roger Carew, Tyler Ankrum, Grant Finger, Ben Rhodes, Matt Mills, Ty Majeski, and Jake Garcia ran out the top 10. Followed by Stuart Friesen, Connor Jones, Nick Sanchez, Tanner Gray, and Ty Dillon ran out the top 15. Three drivers failed to qualify, that being Keith McGee, Justin S. Carroll, and Brian Dalzat. Christian Eckes did lead every single lap of this race. First time since 2016, I believe, for the Truck Series. Can't remember who did it, but yeah, what it is. What I think might have been Timothy Peters, but I might be wrong about that. But either way, we have some beef. That being, well, two. First off, Stephen Parsons and Lane Riggs. Lane Riggs, he has been a bit of a hothead lately this year, as basically what happened was that Stephen Parsons, it kind of looked like Parsons got to lose, and maybe might have used Lane Riggs a bit, but I'm not really too sure. It just looked like Stephen Parsons just got loose right underneath Lane Riggs, and just put Riggs into the outside wall. Then they were battling more. They were basically trying to crash into each other, and then Lane Riggs just had enough of it and dumped Stephen Parsons, and NASCAR held him 2 laps, which I was very, very surprised about. I thought they probably would have maybe said driver, crew chief, of spotter of the 38 to NASCAR hauler. That probably did happen, but not really too sure. It's just very surprising that he was held 2 laps for that. I mean, I can understand for 2 laps. I can maybe understand maybe like 1 lap, but damn, all right. Either way, though, it did not stop. There was a confrontation at the very end of the race. It wasn't physical or anything. They were just talking, being his face. Well, Parsons was saying his end, Lane Riggs was saying his end. It was, I mean, you could just tell that both of them were just going to disagree whatsoever. So it really did not matter whose side you were on and stuff, because it was just going to be a lot of disagreement either way. So yeah, it doesn't really matter on that. But yeah, that was something. And as well, there was also I think while that was happening, or maybe a bit after them, it was Taylor Gray Ben Rhodes. Basically, Taylor Gray just got dumped and turned by Ben Rhodes on a restart, and Taylor Gray not too happy with him, and at least Ben Rhodes took full responsibility for that. But there was also a talk there as well between those 2 drivers. So quite a lot of confrontations and angry drivers there in Nashville, which I was not expecting whatsoever. The other one as well was there was a stack up on the restart. Basically, the leaders just didn't go, and it kind of made it worse as well that Chase Purdy, I think he might have maybe missed a gear or something. Basically just fucked everyone up, but then Dawson Cranfield's running for Faction Motorsports basically just got dumped into the grass. So yeah, it wasn't really a great sign there for everyone involved in that restart. McLean Boyer, he was a part of that incident. Who else? I think maybe Dawson Sutton was there. Chase Purdy, obviously, like I mentioned beforehand. There was quite a few drivers that were part of that little stack up. So yeah, that was pretty disappointing there. But either way, it was still an alright. It was an alright race, but my god, was it boring. Thank you, Christian Eckes, for dominating this entire bloody race at every single lap. So yeah, there it is, right, I guess. But let's now have a look at the other finishers outside of the top 15. What do we start off with? This is Clint Boyer down in 17th after basically in the top 10 for most of this day. Brendan Queen, or Butterbean Queen, I should say. He was pretty good as well. Got top 20 finish, not too bad. Dawson Cram. Is that Faction 46's best finish? I might be wrong, but that's really depressing if that's the case. I'm not really too sure what happened to Thad Moffat. Is Dawson Cram going to be running that truck for the rest of the season? Not really too sure. Matt Crafton, where was he? Nowhere, apparently. Lane Riggs, obviously he was held 2 laps. Right behind him, Stephen Parsons, look at that. Dean Thompson, pretty sure was involved in a wreck, I think on like lap 1 or something. Frankie Muniz, I had an engine problem. Not too sure what happened to Mason Massey. Caden Honeycutt, I think, had an engine problem as well, but then later got back into the race. Taylor Gray basically got turned by Ben Rhodes. Mason Maggio, mechanical problem, and Brent Holmes, who wrecked twice at the very beginning of this race, retired on lap 10. Let's now have a look at the standings for the Truck Series. And this is what the standings now looks like for the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series. Christian Eck is now 40 points in front of Corey Heim and 89 points in front of Nick Sanchez. Followed by Ty Majeski, Roger Crew, Tyler Ankrum, Taylor Gray, Ben Rhodes, Grant Finger, and Tanner Gray ran out the top 10. Followed by Daniel Dye, Stuart Friesen, Matt Crafton, Chase Purdy, and Jake Garcia ran out the top 15. The biggest movers, I mean, it was Caruth, Ankram, and Finger, Daniel Dye, all of them moving up 1 spot, while Taylor Gray was the biggest loser, going down 2 spots. And for the Craftsman Truck Series playoffs, obviously Corey Hahn, Christian Eckes, Nick Sanchez, and Roger Cruz, all of them have a win each, so they're fine. I think Ty Majeski is basically locked in as well with his 144-point cushion. Tyler Ankrum plus 47, Taylor Gray plus 38, Ben Rhodes plus 34, Grant Finger plus 33, and Tanner Gray plus 14 above the cut line. And the close driver is currently Daniel Dye minus 14, followed by Stuart Friesen minus 17, and Matt Crafton minus 54 below the cut line, followed by Chase Purdy minus 61, and Jake Garcia minus 67. And the winner of the NASCAR Xfinity Series at Nashville is John Hunter Nemechek, followed by Chandler Smith, Jesse Love, Austin Hill, Noah Gragson, Riley Herbst, AJ Allmendinger, Justin Allgaier, Cole Custer, and Sam Mayer ran out the top 10, followed by Ryan C., Carson Quaffle, Brandon Jones, Tyler Reddick, and Shane Van Gisbergen ran out the top 15. One driver failed to qualify, that being Jade Buford for My Common Racing. Nothing really happened in this race. I guess you can maybe talk about Ty Gibbs. He got spun out by Justin Allgaier in turn 4. It's really bad, I'll be honest, man. I have nothing else. I mean, it was massive, yes, that Ty Gibbs got spun out by Allgaier. I could tell, obviously, it wasn't intentional. I think they're probably running the top 5, my guess. But there was nothing. There was nothing in this race. I mean, I don't know what else to say other than it was just nothing. It was hot. I'll say that. It was like maybe like 110 degrees or something. Drivers, well, not drivers, but like pit crew members are fainting. Fans are fainting. The heat was miserable in this race. So I guess I can maybe talk about maybe the heat was pretty bad, but it's just like I don't know what else to say about this race other than. I mean, Nemechek, he was maybe the car to beat. Cole Custer, he was also really good there. Then Ty Gibbs, he was good until he got spun out by Justin Allgaier. I don't know what is also with Ty Gibbs as well, being like one of the best cars in the field and then just getting fucked over. It's quite strange to me. But yeah, there's nothing else I can say about this race. It's maybe one of the worst NASCAR Xfinity Series races yet so far this year. And we've had quite a few duds. But yeah, this one might maybe take the cake. But let's now have a look at the other fixtures outside of the top 15. Parker Kligman, I want to say shout out to Kligman. He has been really good on social media and stuff. I think that was like a hot mic or something he did, which was sick. So that was cool from Parker Kligman. Ty Gibbs finishes down in 20th after being spun out by Justin Allgaier. Nothing else really happening. I mean, Ross Chastain, he struggled this entire race. Josh Williams as well for Carla Grayson. Sammy Smith, he was also nowhere, finishes down at 30th. Sheldon Creed as well, 33rd. I don't know what happened to him. And down last place is Patrick Emling. He was still running, so all the drivers did not retire. No single driver retired. Yikes. But let's now have a look at the standings now for the NASCAR Xfinity Series. And this is what the standings now looks like for the NASCAR Xfinity Series. Cole Custer still in the lead, only though by 15 points over Chandler Smith. Followed by Justin Allgaier, Austin Hill, Riley Herbst, Jesse Love, AJ Allmendinger, Sheldon Creed, Parker Kligerman, and Sam Mayer around the top 10. Followed by Sammy Smith, Ryan Sieg, Shane Van Gisbergen, Brandon Jones, and Anthony Alfredo around the top 15. The biggest winners, we'll say, is Riley Herbst going up 2 spots, while the biggest loser was Sheldon Creed going down 2 spots. Let's have a look now at the playoffs. For the standings now for the playoffs for the Xfinity Series, it actually has not been updated on the website, sadly. So still Chandler Smith, Austin Hill, Sam Mayer, Shane Van Gisbergen, all of them with multiple wins, followed by Justin Allgaier and Jesse Love. And then for the drivers who have not locked themselves in, we have Cole Custer, Sheldon Creed, AJ Allmendinger, Riley Herbst, Parker Legman, and Sammy Smith. I'm pretty sure I said Riley Herbst twice, I believe. But the difference between Sammy Smith and Ryan Sieg is now minus 11. Brandon Jones is now in 14th, is now minus 54, and Anthony Alfredo, who's now 15th, minus 59. Let's now have a look now at the Cup Series results at Nashville. And the winner of the NASCAR Xfinity Series at Nashville is Joey Logano, followed by Zane Smith. Wow, what a great run by him. Tyler Reddick, Ryan Preece, Chris Buescher, Ryan Blaney, Bubba Wallace, Kyle Larson, Daniel Hemrick, and Noah Gragson ran out the top 10. Followed by AJ Allmendinger, Denny Hamlin, Justin Haley, Alex Bowman, and Austin Cindric ran out the top 15. The dominant car of the day, Christopher Bell, crashes out. He won both stages 1 and 2 and basically crashed out because of dirty air. That's really about it. Yeah, it wasn't his fault it wasn't his fault. It was just the air. I mean, his car handles so well in clean air, but as soon as going to dirty air with other cars, it was incredibly loose. It was just really, really loose. And obviously he paid it for it and hit the outside wall pretty hard and he was done for the day. So yeah, it was very disappointing for Christopher Bell because he was looking very competitive and a car to beat in this race. And obviously that whole thing happened. It was just not a good day for Christopher Bell. Yeah, I mean, he was really, really good, and the rain obviously came in. I thought it was going to be New Hampshire all over again. It really wasn't. So, really unlucky there for Christopher Bell. Yeah, I do feel bad for him because he was really, really good. The most dominant car of the day crashed out. Really, really sad about that. But let's now talk about the 15th place driver, Austin Cindric. His lone spin on the backstretch would cause the mayhem. It will start the mayhem. It was something all of us were not expecting. Not 1, not 2, not even 3, not even 4, but 5 overtimes. This really reminded me of the Truck Series playoff championship race at Phoenix 2 years ago, I believe. Or maybe, actually, no, that was last year. My God, it was that long ago. That was hell. That was horrible. And even worse, that happened during midnight. I mean, this was... I don't know what to feel about this, I'll be honest. It was great racing. Oh no, it was great racing. I love 3 wides, 4 wides even. Side-by-side action, battling for the lead. It was great to watch. And then the 5 OTs came on, and it just looked really, really clumsy with a very underwhelming finish. I mean, it's Joey fucking Logano. What else do you expect? And it was quite interesting that I think like drivers like Chase Briscoe, who was on the same fuel strategy as him, Logano didn't run out of fuel, but Briscoe did. So what was the size of that fuel tank that Logano did? How much fuel did he put in his last pit stop? Which maybe is the main question that people's really asking. I don't know. But it did look a bit suspicious, but looked like he was fine past tech inspections. Obviously, everyone was very I guess we'll say very conspicuous, very suspicious, well, of the pretty large fuel tank. But I mean, if it passed tech inspection, maybe it's fine. But I don't know. Maybe we'll see. Maybe at some point, maybe like during like Tuesday or Wednesday, maybe. But yeah, I mean, imagine that Zane Smith getting his first Cup Series win and locked into playoffs. I'm pretty sure you need to be in the top 30 though, so might be a bit of a problem there for Zane Smith. But either way, it'd be so funny if Zane Smith somehow got a win here in Nashville and locked himself into the playoffs. That would have turned the playoff picture on its head. But yeah, it was a very chaotic race, we'll say. Let's now have a look at the other pitchers outside of the top 15. Where do we start here? Carson Hosbar, he was a bit angry at Harrison Burton, basically spun him out on the caution. I think that was when Christopher Bell spun out, I believe. So yeah, that was quite weird to say. Chase Elliott spun out twice on his own, like one basically, I think I think, after the red flag, and the other one was during the finish. Corey LaJoy, he was up there at the front until he basically ran out of fuel. Chase Briscoe also ran out of fuel. Daniel Suarez collided with Martin Truex Jr. on the final lap. Ty Gibbs just had a nightmare day after running in the front for most of the day. Kyle Busch, when is his year ever going to turn around? He got crashed out, and the front stretch of Larson decided not to go. Harris Burton, like I mentioned beforehand, has some little tangles with Carson Hocevar. Corey Heim as well involved in an incident. Nemechek, Dylan, Chastain, all of them was also in an incident. Eric Jones with suspension, Mike McDowell with transmission, Christopher Bell, the dominant car of the day, accident, Riley Herb's accident, and Chad Fincham down last place with electrical problems. Let's now have a look now at the standings, but now for the Cup Series. And this is what the standings now looks like. Kyle Larson is now in the lead, only though by 20 points over Chase Elliott, followed by Denny Hamlin, Tyler Reddick, Martin Truex Jr., Christopher Bell, William Byron, Ryan Blaney, Brad Keselowski, Ty Gibbs ran out the top 10. Followed by Ross Chastain, Chris Buescher, Alex Bowman, Joey Logano, and Bubba Wallace ran out the top 15. I don't think there actually is any movements or anything at any game positions or stuff. Maybe Chastain, but obviously I might be wrong about that. But let's have a look now at the playoffs now for the Cup Series. And this is what the playoff now looks like. Joey Logano now locks himself into playoffs along with Larson, Hamlin, Bell, Byron, all of them with multiple wins. Followed by Elliott, Reddick, Blaney, Keselowski, Logano, Suarez, and Cindric. And the remaining spots, Martin Truex Jr., who's virtually locked in by a point, plus 143. Ty Gibbs plus 70. Ross Chastain plus 66. Chris Buescher plus 56. And Alex Bowman plus 51. And let's just look at the three closest drivers, that being Bubba Wallace minus 51. Chase Briscoe minus 78. And Kyle Busch minus 104. Is there an actual chance that Kyle Busch will miss his first ever playoff berth? Yikes. So just a reminder, the next week's schedule race is at the Chicago Street Course for Cup and Xfinity Series. Sound like guys to like, comment, subscribe. It would really help me, especially on this channel. There has to be a limit for overtimes. I mean, we can't go having 5 overtimes in a row. Hopefully there's a change for that pretty soon. So that's really bad for me. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Catch you guys next time in the next one. Goodbye.